and welcome back to Cowabunga Corner Reviews. In this episode, I have with me the drop copter with pilot Raphael, as well as Casey Jones and Metalhead from the Half Shell Heroes. Awesome Ninja Turtle toy line. And I just want to start sharing these right away. We already know what the back of the packages say, so there's no point in getting into that. If you haven't seen it yet, just watch the Michelangelo review. It says the same thing on each of the packaging. We're going to break Raph and his copter out of the packaging first. Just remember that each of these vehicles in this size is 2-in-1, so everything that we have to share from this toy line here is 2 awesome vehicles in one package. Box is empty. We're going to get rid of this, and then we're going to open up these guys before we check out Raph and his copter right there. I'm learning just to open up the back and slice their twist tie from there. Yeah, you can do it from the front, but you risk the paint job. If you're doing it from the back, at least you're going right after the twist tie itself. And you got cardboard and plastic between your blade and your action figure. Metalhead is freed first. And now for Casey Jones. That's Stubborn Vigilante. And now we have Raph, Metalhead, and Casey Jones. Casey's not too bad. I mean, he's got a paint job. It doesn't exactly remind me of the paint job from the cartoon series. He's got long hair. I can't put his arm down next to his side unless he's got his fist on his hip. And he's holding a hockey stick. That matches completely with the Casey in the series because he is very, very close to hockey. It seems to be where he likes to go and hang out with April O'Neil. His legs move together, arms are separate, no wrist movements, and very tight joints. He doesn't look too bad. You know it's Casey Jones, especially if you're watching this show. I'd rather have his mask than his paint job, but it's still pretty cool to have a Casey. And then we have Metalhead. I feel like his paint job could be a little bit better. They just got some blacks, yellows, and then blue for the eyes. But again, this is for the kid toys. It looks better than their April O'Neil for this series. And of course we got Raph. This Raph looks actually rather happy. It looks like he enjoys being a pilot. Kind of reminds me of the Season 3 Raph that we're getting on the farm right now in the Nickelodeon series. Because he's a lot happier. He's ready for the action. He's excited because something is actually happening, instead of sitting around doing nothing when there's stuff that needs to be done. I actually appreciate having a happy Raph toy. You don't get those too often. You often see people jumping right towards the idea that he is angry all the time. But a smile isn't too bad here and there. What I'm talking about with angry Raph toys definitely goes towards this one here, where he has his size and is more close to normal Raph toy for this series. And he's got the pissed off look, while this one is just like, hey, I got a helmet, I got shoes, I'm ready to go play. And I'm surprised they gave Mikey a weapon and not Raph. And Raph goes on his copter, which shoots off here. Now, this is supposedly 2 different vehicles. So not only do you have a copter, but you also have a sled that they can ride in. Let's give a little bit of comparisons here. We got Metalhead next to Metalhead, and I definitely do enjoy the larger Metalhead's detail more, but that's to be expected. The action figures are meant for the older fans, and they put a little bit more work in trying to design something that matches to the series, instead of just giving us something fun and quick that anyone could pick up and play with. Casey Jones, same thing. You get much more detailed Casey, and even with his mask off, he has a much better paint job, but he's also scarier. And the paint job that they did on the small Casey is a lot more friendly for kids, which is probably why they did that. But there's Casey and Casey next to each other. Casey is definitely a different character, and I like the way that he's being handled in both of these for their versions. And of course the last of the bigger figures to bring in would be Raph. And they do put their most detail into the little turtles. This Raph is very angry. This is a happy Raph, as I mentioned, very rare to come across a happy Raph. And I like that. There's a lot more detail in the big Raph, but that's to be expected. This is a very fun group of toys here for the Half Shell Heroes. I'm enjoying that this collection just keeps growing. There's so many out. They just came out this year, and there is a lot of them based on the characters from the show. These are better for younger kids, and they're pretty neat for us older fans too. They're great for little display pieces. They don't take up as much room as the normal action figures. No accessories to really worry about. The vehicles are fun. They're inventive, and they have different features to them and become more than one vehicle. bike that came with Donatello is still my favorite of the vehicles, but I've always loved Chopters that have the spinning top. It reminds me of my old Ghostbuster Chopter that I played with back in the 80s. And that's a nostalgia thing that I know I enjoyed as kids, and I believe kids will enjoy today. So if you're looking for holiday gifts, if you're looking for something that people can enjoy, if you're looking for gifts for birthdays or just a turtle collector, yeah, I do recommend both of the sets that I opened up today. The Raph, Metalhead, and Casey are all fun, very close to who they're supposed to be, and yeah, Playmates got these ones dead on. I really enjoy it. Thank you, Playmates Toys, for some more awesome turtle toys. We're looking forward to see everyone here next time on Cowabunga Corner as we're bringing up a lot more toy reviews for the holidays.